And welcome back to another video from Shawshank 1987, and again on the very late arrival of Wasteland 2, which is in its full game status now. It's still receiving patches, but it's still in its full game. So let's get this. No, don't want to do that. I'm going to hotkey this. That's hotkey, there we go. Right, these guys, when they go later on, you can actually try and dig up the grave if you want to. So, come to the key skills, press spacebar, and that selects can be whole party or spacebar for single. I'm going to select my leader character. I don't, again, no idea whether this really makes any difference to the grand narrative of the game, but you know, he's got slightly more charisma and a leadership quality. Let's have a chat with this guy. Not to let you in. I can't ask it and I can't order it. Okay. So I can't do anything with that. Because I don't have the kiss ass skills as required there. So tutorials knocking up on the right there. There's some seller stuff there which I've got a couple of bits of ammo and junk. Kind of infantry. Ammo is pretty scarce in this game. So you gotta kind of be careful. Melee is probably going to become a bit of the fallback. These guys aren't talking to me. What's with the goat? I both said, okay, well what happens if tin cans and goats usually go together? Your instincts are telling you that you might not want to steal the goat's next meal. I take that theory and run with it. It's got buttered right in the butt. What do I do with that then? Okay. It's not happy with me. Okay, so right click to move. Scroll wheel, zoom in and out. I use the arrow keys to move the map around as well. Not really necessary. Okay, so this guy's clean up. Hold down the middle mouse button and that can rotate. Alternatively, you can use your Q and E keys and your ASW, etc. Right, so notice here we've got a little dirty patch, so I'm going to get my little shovel here and dig up that. And we've got a library card. No real use whatsoever, but hey, we like random shit. Okay, so I'm just going to explore this area a little bit more, just make sure there's no other kind of things that need uncovering. To kind of make things a bit more visible, we can actually walk around and use the perception skill, and that should highlight things of interest, which in this case it didn't, despite there being one right there. So never mind. So yeah, supposedly that was meant to work, but it didn't. So let's keep digging up a few little patches here. There we go. So we've got some 5.56 ammo, which is used in assault rifles. So I'm going to drag and drop that in with my assault rifle gun, and then got some random shot, which she's going to carry, and she's a little bit more on the tankier side, and has a greater weight allowance. Again, continue to dig stuff up. Energy cell. Yeah, nothing particularly central. Energy cells used for energy weapons. Kind of makes sense.
Damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
So you can see there, perception skill highlighted something of interest there, using the magnifying glass there.
I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
So again, not for really kind of going too much into it, I'm just going to skip through this because I kind of know the outcome of this. It's actually she joins you, and she's quite an invaluable person to have at the start, because she's exceptionally high level, very strong, armed with an assault rifle and a good melee skill as well, so she's kind of good to get stuck in the middle. A few kind of new text pieces as well, which I haven't seen.
Listen, so, well.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it come along. So as you can see, huge kind of increase there.
No need to tell
Comes
Vargas
with a melee weapon, which I'm going to equip onto now.
I'm just helping you get oriented,
Ammo,
right?
kind of some pain relief. Yeah, she's kind of, well, she's not very high intelligence, so she's not going to kind of knock up her skills very quick. But that assault rifle skill, brute force, He's a bit of a hard ass as well, so there's a conversation piece that's going to be handy there to use. But other than that, really no knowledge skills, very weapon skill focused. Yeah, a few blunt weapons which he's got. Weaponsmithing and outdoorsman as well, which is a pretty useless skill really. Or so it comes across. But since this game was released from its alpha phase into beta, a lot has changed. So those who've played it through once, you know, I'd play it again on the full release, because you're about to see a lot of different things you didn't see before. The first being is the next section. So I don't know what's going on. It's not particularly happy with my recording stuff at the minute. And this is our radio guy who we check in with. So you can explore the desert and it costs unit points, so water, which is kind of like movement points. So I've got to right click and that moves me to an area. You can change the movement as you go, so it doesn't have to necessarily be the straight line. You can speed it up as well if you're a bit impatient. So I'm just going to go to the top here because I know there's an oasis there, but we've also got our first encounter of combat. Oh, what happened there? Okay, so I've been spotted. So normally combat can start in one or two ways. Ow! Okay, you shot my lady. So first to go Angela Death, 10 points, so I'm going to move her there. AP there says 4 per shot, so I'm going to get her to do 2 shots. So left click. Easily done. A nice few couple of graphics there as well, of people's arms falling off. So these guys are melee characters, they've got not too much to worry about. If a character does get too close, it does affect your aim, so you do need to kind of worry about that a little bit. Covers something you can worry about. He's a bit on the close side actually, isn't he? So I'm going to go for the distance. Left click. And there we go. Close range not a problem for submachine gun. Let's go there, rip. And he misses an awful lot of shots. So never mind. So I'm just going to move him away. So again, it's not just enough, not just got enough AP to do 2 shots, but good enough. So being close to quantum combat, it's affected his aim, so I'm just going to move him away. And then changes his aim, nice. And he misses. Which is why I was hoping to have 2 shots, but that didn't really work either, did it? So shotgun, a little bit more successful. As armor penetration as well. That's at the end. Counts of experience. Adds it in. Alright, so I'm just going to go around and pick. It picks within a wide area. So for example, I've got 1 guy I'm picking up from, but actually I've got a list of 3 available here. So, can of tuner. Take that. Makeshift machete. I'm going to take that. Machete, I'm thinking about possibility of someone who's going to get into trouble. Some might want to think about possibly my shotgunner or my machine gunner as a possibility, or even my sniper if actually they get into trouble. I might be thinking about pistol for him though. So for the sake of argument, I'm going to go with that guy. 3.6 ammo is used for pistols, revolvers and submachine guns, and let me remind myself he's my submachine gunner. Give him the ammo and just take it all. There we go. Small maps tend to not have anything to really worry about, nothing of particular interest. So I'm just going to find the exit, which is up here in this case. Experiences accumulated along the bottom here. I'm just going to actually see whether this guy heals over time actually. I'm kind of curious whether that has an effect or not. So I'll keep an eye on that. So, as you can hear a little Geiger counter here in the corner of possible kind of radiations. I mean, you're in a nuclear wasteland, of course. There you go, and there's some radiation fields kind of beginning to appear there. So when you get close, you'll kind of get a little icon like this to something. So here I've got some water. And that's refilled. So let's continue on. That's obviously kind of my next destination. So So her health has not gone up. Interesting. Okay, so let's enter into the radio tower.
Roger that, Echo 1. 10-4.
Okay. It said there, don't underestimate charisma, which, maybe I should have worried a little bit more about. But anyway, so as you move along, you'll get kind of little situational markers sometimes, little story clips appear in the corner, you know, relating to kind of things you might have spotted or seen. So this is going about kind of blood trail there, and there's something glistening, and I'm going to pick that up. So it's Ace's register. I'm actually going to give that to Angie. Whether it has any impact or not, I do not know, but for the moment, I'm not going to worry too much about that. So, here we kind of got our first kind of situational kind of prompt. So these guys are kind of thugs. I can either kind of piss them off, which will kind of lead me to fighting everybody, which is kind of possibility of picking up more ammo and things like this, but I don't think they're armed with that many guns, so the likelihood of them having stuff is a bit slim. So for example here, Smartass level 1, Kissass level 1, Hardest level 1, all required, which this main character does not have. But for example, if I switch to Angela Death, for example, she has a Hardest skill, and actually now that kind of text piece becomes available. So I'm going to show the dog. There you go, and actually as a response I've intimidated them, so they're not interested in having a fight with me, which is kind of a good thing. So sometimes you're prompted for certain skills.
Well, let me tell you Matthias's law, friends. Matthias's law is vengeance. And soon, Matthias's law will stretch all the way to Arizona.
Log page piece, which is apparently from this guy's diary. Now, don't I have something about alarm disarming? I think this door is alarmed, so I'm gonna just do this for the sake of getting a bit of experience. There you go, so 5 experience taken there. Turn off her perception skill, doesn't really make too much of a difference. Now, what I am worried about, and what I'm kind of mindful of, is that in this cave around the corner over here, is the entrance moved? Or am I just being a little bit dim here? No, it's not moved, it's around here. So, I'm going to pick up this part. That leg, it's quite heavy, give it to her. So I'm trying to get these guys a bit of experience up, because in here there is a totem of sorts, and there's also a toaster, of which kind of you can open up and get key things from. At the minute, no one within my team has the toaster repair skill, which again, things that Nerd Commander says is a bit useless. I personally think it's worth having on kind of in the initial stages. I mean, you can always revisit an area, but you know, for the sake of argument, you know, I think it's worth possibly investing into the first. Right, create maybe this treasure. So I'm gonna open that up. Ooh, as if you find that on your first go. Wow. Okay, a mangler. I have no idea what that is. I don't have anybody with heavy weapon skill. But gosh, that's 7 AP attack. So I'm going to give that to the tank lady. Scrap is like currency. Find it pretty redundant, really. So I'm just going to check around the trees, see if it brights up anything, which I don't think it does. Someone's going to follow the blood and oil. Kind of leads us to a cave over here, which I'm going to go into in a minute. I'm aware there's also a box right here. So I've got some shotgun rounds, and that's that lady, and a random glass eye. So I'm aware I kind of like to show you a bit of combat, really. But I'm going to wait and kind of go in here, actually, because this will be a good example of showing you a bit of kind of initiating combat on your terms. So I'm going to turn perception off because it's doing nothing a little bit there. Turn off. There we go. So switch to our leader. Right, let's hit the screen a bit. So in here we have our enemy, Mr. Toad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position people around. I'm going to turn off onto individual, so I can start to move them around now. So I'm going to get them into positions. I'm crouching them as this kind of increases their chance of hitting. I'm just going to have these guys on standby to kind of run in. So ammo does not reload in every section. This is something you have to keep an eye on, particularly. So at the minute 6 of 8 and they've got enough ammo. So sniper has 73% chance of hitting. So left click, and I've hit in this case, and because of that I've initiated combat. Let's see how much movement that guy had. He was able to get to me quite soon, so I'm just gonna keep knocking in some rounds there. And turn that. Right, snipers needs to get a bit of distance. He needs 7 to shoot, which is not okay. He's not gonna have much because he has to get up and from crouching. 33 chance. I'm actually just gonna make him run. He's not gonna have enough movement points. Let's get and turn that. Greaser gun, 61%. Let's go for it. That's not too bad actually. It's not enough for another hit. Don't want to shoot my own guy. So, unfortunately, let's move left click to move. Okay. So, the last challenge. This guy needs to get 2 hits, or 1 hit to kill. 1 and 2. There we go. Yeah, luckily we kind of got a frog kill. So go back to the whole party, and you can split shit between them. Do a take all. Got a crate here. This crate, maybe there's treasure. Sometimes it says, you know, be careful. There's okay. We've got a lot of medical supplies in there, so I'm going to keep them with Doc. So we got some badges. Let's give them to Angela. Set map location to look at, and the repeater units as well. I'm going to give them to my, I think she's my engineer, isn't she? So yeah, it's lockpicking, mechanical repair. So with things like this, you can examine it. So a mechanical man. So I'm going to have a look, see mechanical skill works on him, which it doesn't. Computer science works, I think. There you go, 77%, 5% critical failure. So if I fail on a normal failure, I can actually retry. Critical failure means you can't retry again. So I'm going to go give it a go. And there we go. In this case, very successful, and got some expensive bits from that. So I'm going to dump them with her because she's a little bit more strength and kind of carrying capacity. It's the kind of thing I need to use perception on this thing. But I'm just not picking anything up of interest really, and there's no other kind of functional things. There's nothing more I can get from it, is there? No more computer skills. No more mechanical skills now. So annoyingly, these guys have not leveled up yet. Which is kind of what I was hoping for. Because I know, had I fought those guys down in the other map, or not the other map, in the other area, down in the compound, there was more of a possibility of levelling up, and I know I've missed something as well. Always keep your eyes open, people. I mean, I've played this map before, so I am mindful. I think there's actually something in the trees around here. Where is it? Or is there? I might have been a bit of a numpty. Again, what you've got to sometimes switch your camera around. Maybe it's not here. It's actually, I know there's something down here. So we got a gate. It says use perception, change for fence path. Let's get into the perception range. There we go. So now it's got more information. Carefully examine the fence. Flint finds a lock and a trap. So now I've done the mistake of this before, where I have selected someone to lockpick. Well, that's computer science, wrong one. 91% chance. Oh, trap triggered. Okay. I think I should have used the demolition skill first. That was a little bit on the thick side actually, wasn't it? Okay. So what I'm going to do, sniper lady, is going to come around here. Find out whether these things are bombed or not. Examine. Stamped ammunition. Okay, examine Francis. Trap. Okay. So, have we got a demolition going? There you go. So 62% chance. Let's give it a go. Hey, critical success. So that's kind of worked really well in my favour. We got a submachine gun and some ammo for it. Isn't this guy got a submachine gun already? So he has. I'm just going to pop them in his infantry. I'll check to see whether it's strong in a moment. And we've got some revolver and shotgun ammo. So I'm just going to wait a minute to bring everybody into the closer range. There we go. Okay, so ammo, pistols, revolvers, submachine guns. Okay, shotgun rounds. Okay. Before I get myself into combat, I'm going to reload. And now everybody will do that. So, spacebar. Get single people. Choose my sniper. Put into a position. She's going to crouch. And then, distance guys. Gonna bring them, get them down. So, I'm going to use my sniper to initiate combat. Hopefully before these guys get spotted. Can I not shoot them? Are they might not be hostile because I threatened them. Oh, okay, that's worked out a little bit in my well, I guess in my favour. But actually, I kind of wanted the experience for killing them. It's just interesting, actually, how you used to be able to kind of get rid of these, kind of bribe these guys, and actually these guys would still attack you. So if I remember, there is a box. There we go. Sturdy mag. So that's a weapon modification. Helps with accuracy. So at the minute, there's nothing else here. There appears to be some sort of massacre here. So I can't attack these guys. I wonder if is there it's not a forced shoot or anything like that around to try out. So that is the first episode for you.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in.
This is kind of saying
10-4,
something's kicking off.
Got an
Update.
update? What? Well, I'll be caught. That is Mercap. Good.
There you go, high port on the egg center. So this is your first kind of moral choice that you have to take. Either high pull, which will allow for the area to kind of maintain water, or the ag center, which is about food.
Ag Center is due south. Dr. Matt Forrestall about hooking pipe.
And at each one you have to go hook up the repeater units to their satellite towers. There you go, I've just got levels up. Only for one character though, which is a little bit annoying because I kind of wanted this guy not to level up just yet. Oh, and I did. Okay. This is the mistake. When a character levels up, you need to call in,
Copy, Echo 1.
report in.
Echo 1.
There you go. It kind of says someone's got a level up. So they got a level up, little plus there. There you go, skill points there because of my intelligence. So I've already got kind of Angela there with a hard-ass skill, this guy's could be a smart-ass. I think it opens up a few kind of options there, and I'm going to up the rifle skills and commit points. And then that's it. That's pretty much it done. Attributes, I don't know if you get those every so many so many levels or not, but in this case it doesn't really happen. I just say I really wanted this guy to level up. How much experience do they need? 15 and 33, so a little bit, yeah, a little bit. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Right, okay. So I can always come back. That's the key thing. Might actually have to do that after an encounter in the Wasteland. So that is it for the first kind of combat and kind of first kind of show of the game, really. So hopefully you're going to enjoy this through. I'm going to continue on to High Pool, but I can show you where a few of the kind of stashes of weapons and things like that are on the way. So I hope you come to join me again in the next video, and thank you for watching.